So I guess the main reason I want to talk, I've been doing some business back in Oz, but came back and just heard a few things. Just want to clear some stuff up.
Sure,
apparently there's
100%.
Apparently some shit in the city now that you know, people going around claiming turfs and stuff, and I was just a little confused. We were just driving around the south portion of, what is this, Chumash? This whole area considered Chumash or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, the south portion of Chumash, and just I noticed there were signs up here for raiders, but not any down there. But apparently you guys are claiming that area as well. I'm just trying to, you know, I feel like it would be bad for me as a leader to not understand where people are holding down. So I just wanted to clear up what other areas down there, or you know, whose is that? I guess.
So what specifically? Okay, you want to know who is going to be running that area?
Who is, was, whoever's holding it down, yeah.
Currently, we hold the turf. We don't have anybody pushing there. We don't have anybody building influence there.
Is it your turf or it's not?
This is our turf. Where you are right now,
right.
This is the turf that you're on right now. This is ours.
Uh-huh.
I've had this conversation now 6 fucking times.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll be real, I'm very tired of repeating myself. I'm not interested in holding South Chumash. We were the only gang that had any property there. We put down a satellite there so we could hold the turf so that we could have good relationships with anybody who wanted to work out of that space.
Yeah. Okay, so you put something down to signify that was a turf you wanted to hold. I don't care what your plan. I don't care what your plans were for it. You've put something down that has now stopped others from claiming that turf. Yes or no?
No one else could. There's no other gangs that live there.
How do you know?
There's no property there. You have to own property there.
How do you know that there's fucking 50-odd fucking houses down there? How do you know that?
Yeah,
You own every single proproperty down there, do you?
We own 2 properties down there.
You own 2 houses. Okay, so you own 2 houses in an area. Okay.
Out of 5.
Okay, so you own 2 houses in an area, and you think that's enough to hold it down or claim it as yours?
I never said that I was going to claim it as mine or hold it down.
It's what you've done. There are certain things in this city that indicate whether or not you're holding something down, and that's apparently what these satellites are. Am I mistaken, Shang? Is this not what the satellites are indicating? Apparently, you can only put one of these fucking things down in a certain area.
Jump onto this rooftop here and just, you know.
No, you're not mistaken.
Okay, so if another group wanted to put a satellite there right now, they couldn't, correct?
They couldn't anyway because they don't have property there.
Okay, because you think they don't have
I just want to say something real quick. I had a talk with Wade yesterday. I had the money to buy the fucking house. Right then and there.
I didn't give a shit about any of this property stuff. I just want to stay on the point that you guys have put something in an area that you're telling me now that you don't even want to hold down or claim. You just simply put it there because you had a property there. So you're like, fuck it, let's just do it.
That's not what I said. And if that's what you're taking away from it, then sure.
Oh, it's absolutely what I'm
That's the technicality.
You've put something there that has restricted other people from utilizing that area.
I would really appreciate it if you would not interrupt me, because I'm not interrupting you.
All right, go ahead.
I think removing all intent from what I'm trying to do is ridiculous. I think context absolutely matters.
I just shoot her in the face.
I think that putting a satellite down so that we can make sure that we have a good relationship with whoever ends up there
in an area that's not yours
is totally reasonable. Chumash is our turf. Chumash is the area that we hold down. All of Chumash, north and south. If I had a gang as big as yours, you bet your bottom dollar we'd be running both.
So you just said it's not an area you want to claim, but now you're saying the whole area is yours.
Yeah.
So which is it? Is it the north part or is it north and south?
When we are talking about turf via the computer.
I don't care about via computer. This is what you claim as your area. I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with talking about computers and fucking...
Because that's what this is about. You're saying that you're bringing the satellite into it, and you're saying that the satellite is the thing that matters, and that's what lays state to it, but then you're saying that the computers don't matter.
Do you know what the definition of turf is? An area that you claim for your group, and that is what you are doing by placing one of these satellites. You are saying, this is ours. And you literally just made the point that you felt like you had all the reason to because you owned a house there. Is that not... I'm confused how
What do you
I'm
want?
on a different page.
What do you
to
want? What do you want?
What do you want? I don't want people that are apparently fucking 9 deep holding down 2 areas when apparently there's only 10 of these fucking things in the whole city. Thinking that,
And
what?
if you...
I'm sure you're having a meeting here to what? Probably talk with another group and figure out, yeah, a good connection you can have as your neighbor. I'm sorry, that's not how turf works. If somebody wants to hold down an area and they have the manpower to do so, they take that area. Doesn't matter about a fucking satellite computer. But if you're doing something that physically stops them from claiming that as their area, I have a huge fucking problem with that. And so does, I would be very confused if other people in the city did not. You are trying to claim an area that you just said is not yours for the reason of deciding who gets to go there. I'm sorry, that's not how that works. You don't get to decide on your fucking neighbors. Am I wrong? Are you not here to have a meeting with somebody about probably talking about that very thing? Maybe another MC? Maybe cops? I don't know. Could be anybody. I don't know who your friends are with in this city. Could be any group.
Yeah, that seems like something that an MC would do. Give the turf over to cops.
I'll be honest, that a lot of the shit you guys I've heard about through the grapevine is not what I would consider MCs doing.
You've heard about it through the grapevine. You've never met me before this exact moment. Everything that you've heard is hearsay.
And you're making a very good impression thus far, so.
I don't like your group, man. I don't know what to tell you. I've had the same exact conversation with Shang now twice.
Do you know
with
why?
Sean now twice. And I've made it very clear what I want and what I'm trying to do, and I don't owe you anything.
Do you know why you're having this conversation over and over? Because it's not just me that thinks what you're doing is fucking stupid. Trying to claim 2 different areas for the sake of what? Making a bit of money or getting to choose who your fucking neighbor is? It's fucking horse shit.
And you're not my fucking
Benji
dad.
has pushed up further than I have.
And
How
I
the
don't care what you
fuck?
think about me or what I'm doing.
So when is this satellite getting fucked off? If it's not your area,
Later,
when is it getting sold?
If all goes well, today. If you would hit me up in an hour, today.
And how is that happening? Are you selling this? Are you going to say, oh, we want this amount of money? Are you trying to get something out of it, or are you just handing it over?
We want to have a good working relationship. We're not going to give somebody a house for free. Yes, they'll have to buy the house from us. They'll have their own satellite.
I'm talking about the fucking area, this satellite thing.
I think that you are saying they're 2 different things and also saying they're the same thing, and I don't think that you really grasp what's happening.
Okay.
They are hand in hand. You must own property. This is about pushing weed. Currently, you cannot push weed outside of an area where you don't have turf, and you need property to be able to do that. And so, because we have property, I'm willing to work with somebody to sell my house to them so that they can work in the area.
I feel like there was a solution to all of this, though, is if you just didn't put down a fucking satellite in the first place.
Okay, then I'll go take it up right now.
Okay, let's go.
You're not welcome on my property. No offense.
So it is your property, so it is your... Is it your area or not? I'm just...
I am
on one
so
hand, it's your property, it's your turf. On the other hand, it's not something you claim at all. And
we claim... Oh my god. I don't want to explain this to you.
Alright. Okay. Well, I guess we just make
I'll
this
go pick it up right now, and you can go claim it right now. How's that sound?
So why was this not done to begin with? Why is it I have to come down here and talk to you person to person to get this
Because you
done?
literally can't claim it. Because you literally can't. Because if I take up the satellite, nothing changes.
I just don't. So
Because if
why
I take
put
up
it
the
down in the
satellite,
first
literally-
place if not for your own gain? That's not what you're not understanding.
Because we didn't know how it worked.
You had your own
Because
area to
all
put
of
it
this
down.
is
Did you not
brand
put
new.
it in the northern
We
area
did them
first?
both simultaneously.
Right.
We didn't know how any of this worked. This is less than 48 hours old. We had Shumash open up in a full 24 hours after everything else, and we didn't know what was going to happen. I think that what we're having a conversation with has nothing to do with what the Raiders consider turf. We're talking about literally a computer app, and that's what makes me so crazy.
Right.
We're talking about technicalities and shit that you buy off the drone and stuff that does not matter to what we, the Raiders, call home. We call Chumash home. We want to open up businesses in South Chumash. I don't care about pushing weed in South Chumash.
So instead of waiting to figure that out,
open...
you rushed and said, no, let's just put it down just to be safe in 2 different areas.
Just to be safe, yeah.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Because we didn't know.
Right.
Because we didn't know how it was going to work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess now you do know, so how about we go, you know, take that fucking down now?
Shooting!
Where's the last one? The last...
Make sure, take out the rest of them.
Shoot her.
Next time I see you guys, if you do manage to survive your fucking gun wounds here, if that thing's not if that thing's not given away for free to not only our group or another group in this fucking city, we will be back and we will do the same thing until it is done.